Next, I want to move over to a good friend of ours, Patrizio Ambrosetti, where he is a startup founder, he's an advisor, he's an investor, and today he's going to talk about the needs for advisors and what they do for startups in order to make sure that they're prepared for these different things. So Patrizio, if you want to go ahead and turn on your camera and unmute yourself, I will give you the floor and take it away, good sir.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Christian, for the invitation. Thank you, David. So today I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to tell you a bit about my experience as advisor and also startup founder. So guys, thank you so much for having me. So my name is Pat. Full name is Patrizio Ambrosetti. Today I'm calling from Rome. I'm in this call. This webinar from the beautiful Rome, although I'm based in Barbados in the Caribbean. And I've been traveling the world in the last 10 years, pretty much 5 different continents. And I've been working for probably startups that you guys know. So thank you, Chris, for the backup. So today, I just want to tell you more about advisory. And for me, advisory is more than a job. So this is a bit about me. I used to be a professional athlete, so ski racer back in Italy. Then I had the chance to work for Uber to support the team expanding the market in Italy back in the days when Uber was only in the United States in Paris. So we're talking about 2013, beginning of 2013. And then I actually was recruited from WeWork when WeWork was a 200 people team back when I was in New York, and I was responsible for the expansion of Europe. So I was the guy sent by Adam, by the CEO and other people in the executive team to Europe, and because I was probably the only one with a European passport, and I made sure to build the brand, build the community, and expand the company all over Europe. After that, I also worked for Selina. Selina is an hospitality brand, just went public with a SPAC. Selina is the biggest hospitality brand for digital nomads, surfers, remote workers with 165 locations right now. Super similar concept of WeWork, co-living, co-working, similar vibe. And that's, and it's obviously like everywhere, pretty much everywhere in the world, and is expanding very, very aggressively. So currently I'm the CEO, co-founder, founder, and partner of different companies. I'm the CEO of Nomag, which is a media company, media educational company, with the mission of creating content made by content creators around the world to inspire the new generation of travelers, digital nomads, remote workers. So we kind of want to create the Vice News of digital nomads, van life enthusiasts, and all this target that is growing super, super fast. Vega is a DAO in the United States and is an investment fund. So we just opened it and we are launching it in January, looking for LPs, and we are going to invest pre-seed on startups that are creating the disrupting travel, connect, work, and live spaces. And top partners is a consulting brand, consulting company in Latin America, made by myself and Andrea, who is my co-founder, who was the head of architecture of Selina. And what we do with TOA, we flip hotels in Latin America. There are 2-star, 3 stars, not performing very well. And we flip them into similar places of Selina. So super nice location that attract digital nomads, that attract travelers. So the new generation of explorers. So that's pretty much like so who I am. And also want to tell you, I just said before, Chris, if you can go to the next slide, please. I want to tell you a bit about me and why I'm doing that. So I've been traveling the world since 10 years and propelling the digital nomad revolution, which is, probably some of you know, is, the biggest revolution that is happening right now in the world. And based on this experience, since I started my career as a digital nomad in 2015, and I built the first community in Thailand of digital nomads, based on that, I'm looking to advise, and now we are into the topic, I'm looking to advise and to also invest in companies that are creating services and products for the next generation of the big population in the world, which potentially we can count as 1/9 of the global population by 2025. So based on that, I started advising some companies. The next slide will show you like the companies that I am advising. So these are like some of the companies that I've been advising as a board advisor or advisor of the CEO. Talent Garden, which is the biggest network of co-working spaces for tech companies in Europe, and also the biggest educational company, online education company in Europe. We Road is the biggest community of travelers and tour operator between 5 different countries in Europe. Pink Coconuts, LGBTQ community and experience platform. Flow Places, Legends, and Feder also like really into the space. So from a co-working platform to social network for travelers to rental furnitures for nomads and for people that want to be very flexible. So now let's start with the topic. So mostly like what Chris, if you can go to the next slide, please. So I want to tell you about what founders look for an advisor. So who is an advisor? An advisor is usually a person that has experience, somebody that maybe is a founder, somebody that maybe has experience in a space, in an industry, is well known, maybe like doesn't need to be like a very famous celebrity founder. It can be also like a founder that is been building already similar companies that the founder is doing right now. So similar space, similar connections, and the advisor is usually a person that offers time to the founders in order for them to get support and to go to the next stage of the company. So now, why founders look for an advisor? So founders, guys, look for an advisor for knowledge and mentorship. So many of us, even me, that I'm an advisor, active advisor, but I still have advisor for my companies. I'm always looking to get somebody that can give me the knowledge that I don't have, that maybe takes my time to study, or maybe takes, like probably more research. So instead of like doing all this work, I prefer to have somebody in the board that tells me what is good to do and what is not good to do, and what was working for him or what was not working for him or for her based on their experience. And so at the same time, like, the advisor, she or he will give us knowledge and the mentorship to the CEOs of the companies and to the board of the company. Now, many founders believe that brand reputation on the deck is very important. We're going to talk about this later, but brand reputation on the deck, yes, can be important. Maybe if you have like good advisors, maybe good brands, celebrity advisor, is always like something cool to see in the deck. But I'll tell you later what I think. And then connections. Obviously, when you get an advisor, founders look for advisors that have connections. If you want to get to, different geographies, if you want to connect with the investors, and this is also the next point, fundraising support. So many CEOs and many co-founders, they believe that getting an advisor means, okay, perfect. These guys can help me to raise money, which is the most important thing that companies are looking for, and especially we're talking today in this webinar. And then at the end, strategy. Strategy is probably like something that I would say is a bit underrated with advisors. So not many people ask me strategy, although I can give a huge impact in strategy. But founders at the beginning, they believe that they know the strategy, they have the vision. So especially when they start, they would prefer to get everything else, and then maybe in a second stage to get some strategy. Although there are some good co-founders and founders that they believe actually that the impact can be huge for the company, and they're very happy to hear everything that you want to give to them in terms of strategy. Now, after we saw why founders look for advisor, we go to the next slide. And in the next slide, we will see how advisors should impact the CEOs and the companies. So the advisor should bring experience and the past mistakes and victories into the work that they do with the company. The advisor should connect the founders with their network. And advisors should include the companies on personal press releases, or on everything that they can. Like, especially me, if I give you like an example, I'm an advisor of all these companies that I show you and many more. And I was doing a press release on some actions that I just did recently, and some PR that I was doing based in Europe. And I decided to actually create a press release that was not about me, but was about my companies. So try to give them the chance to really shine, and to go also maybe in many articles of different countries. And then at the end, advisor will help to fundraise with angels and VC. Obviously, advisor can have like maybe a network from past experiences, and advisor can also bring leads for sales and partnerships. So although these 2 points are no usual points that everybody asks, and usually advisors don't really offer these points because an advisor can be also a person that does all the strategy. So, but obviously a complete work of an advisor should also include this part. Now, going to the next slide. So once we go to the next slide, we look into the usual structure of an advisor. So the advisor, guys, is investing the time. So like as you get an angel investor, you get an advisor. You can get an advisor. People ask me, Pat, can you become my advisor? And I say, sure. But and then also they ask me, Pat, can you also put some money? And I say, look, I prefer that if I give you my time, I think my time is more worth that 10K, 15K, 20K that I can give you. Because with my time that I give you for 1 year, I can make an impact in you. I can connect you with maybe many companies, and I can bring you to the next level that probably can bring you even more value than that 10K, 15K. And obviously, honestly, guys, I'm not really like, I get bored just putting like 10K, 15K. I want to be active. I really want to make an impact in companies. So usually what I offer and what people offer in the space, that every person is different, is between 2 to 5 hours per month. So between the 2 to 5 hours per month on a video call, that obviously you can spread during the month. Then you can have texts and emails. I mean, what I always say is, guys, I do 2 to 5 hours. Sometimes I say I give you 5 hours per month, but texts and emails, no limits, obviously. Then some co-founders, they take this seriously and they just blast me every day. Some co-founders, they know that I'm also like a co-founder as well, and I'm also on other companies, so they respect my time. But it's an advisory, so it's a partnership. You really want the success of the company. And why you want the success of the company? You want the success of the company because the company pays you with stock option, and it gives you a percentage of stock option that is pretty much standard in the space. And you can find this on Y Combinator. You can find contract on Y Combinator. It's super easy. You don't need like anything crazy made by legal. And there is no cliff. Therefore, I don't know if some of those here in the some of you guys don't know, like cliff is basically you don't have like a limit where you have to perform and then your stock option will be unlocked. So you start investing monthly since the day that you started for 1 year, and then you invest the whole package of stock option that the company gives you. And also I want to make sure that advisors are not usually under KPIs. Advisors don't need to sell, they don't need to push, they don't need to do like anything that the founders want. Obviously they will, but they should not be under KPIs. It's very difficult then advisor accept KPIs. Probably it's a very like successful company that can become like unicorn. Maybe it's a different situation. Now go to the next slide. So we saw the usual structure on advisory. Now I want to give 2 slides, my advice for founders and my advice for potential advisor. If you guys here want to become advisor, I will give you some advice. So now my advice for founders, it's not a soccer team of advisor. So you should not get like a deck with like 10 different advisors on the deck in the moment that you just incorporated the company. Because if you go to an investor and you have like a deck with like 10 people with like different brands, obviously it's amazing. All these brands are amazing. But having a soccer team at the beginning in your deck, I don't know if you really have the time to speak with all these people 5-6 hours per month, if they give you 5-6 hours per month. Also, I don't know if you really need to give all this percentage of stock option to all these people, if these people maybe right at the beginning. So I would say choose an advisor for each cycle. Every cycle of your startup, the pre-seed, the seed, the A, the B, the C, every cycle, you choose different advisor, and you do like a 1 year contract with advisor. So you know that the advisor is going to help you for 1 year. And after that, you need a different advisor for that. Maybe you need like some technical advisor. Maybe you need somebody to raise like 20 millions in A. Maybe you need somebody to go to the governments. Every cycle is different. So don't start right away with the obsession to put so many advisors in the deck. Then brands won't help fundraising. I mean, that's everybody uses advisors say, oh, I need your brand, I need your brand. Many people ask me, but you have Uber, you have Selena, you have WeWork. I say, yeah, but it's your company. I'm an advisor. So it doesn't mean that I'm going to help you, that brand is going to help you. Yeah, maybe you can say that you have some credibility because I'm believing in you. But nowadays, it's very easy to find advisors, and it's very easy for advisors to find companies. So don't choose the brands. Don't choose based on the brand. Choose based on expertise. Choose based on strategy, or somebody that really can make an impact on you. Don't overpay the percentage, but don't be frugal. So then don't be overpaid means that you don't have to like overpay the advisor with a big chunk of percentage, but also don't give them like 0.05, because it's better to give something to few than give like a really they give a crumb to many. Then understand what you need from an advisor. Think ahead. What do I need for an advisor? I'm doing a robotic company. Who do I need? I'm going to the space. Who do I need? I'm doing an e-commerce. Who do I need? And then you choose the advisor that will help you to succeed. And then you choose the advisor that will help you to get where you want to get. Now, set expectations with an advisor. It's important. The guy's going to work with you. The girl is going to work with you. So set expectation with an advisor. Tell, look, I'm looking for that. Can you help me? Maybe meet 1 time, 2 times, get the right vibe, and then you choose. It's a wedding at the end. It's like co-founder, it's like advisor. It's the same thing. And then remember that he is investing the time in you, your idea, your team, and your execution. So that time that the person gives you, it's an investment. And as well, don't expect an investment from an advisor. As I said before, if I become your advisor, I can make a bigger impact if I give you 5K. I have some companies, with all the respect, that they ask me, Pat, I want you as an advisor. Will you also put 5K? I don't understand. I'm saying, like, I'm giving you my time. I give you everything. I can make an impact for like 2 millions, not 5K. I mean, if you want 5K, I can give you 5K. But it's obviously like, let's look ahead. I help you to get 5K to someone else. So that's what I think. Then obviously there are some advisors that also me. I'm happy sometimes to put like the bid in some of the companies, but it's for support, it's for respect, but also like I feel like don't expect that this is normal. Now let's go to the advisor. So my advice for advisor. So maybe some of you guys here want to become advisor. So first of all, I would say do some due diligence on founders. So just understand if these founders can really make it or can really not make it. If these founders, are really, nailing like something, they're really believing in something, they really have a vision, they really want to build this company to be the next company, wherever it is. I don't care about the stage. It can be like a company that is exited in a seed round for 10 millions. It's okay. It doesn't need to be like a unicorn, but understand if the co-founder has something, as the thing to go, as that stuff, like, as like professional athletes, understand if he has talent, understand if the co-founder, she can make it, and she has a really good vision. Then invest your time in the vision and the founder. So as I said before, it's very important. You're investing your time, so make sure that you're investing the time in the right people. Don't promise time in the agreement that later on can be offered. So you are in agreement, you're under an agreement, the relationship needs to be very smooth, and you have to give as much time as possible that you made an agreement. Then obviously there are some months that you cannot make the time. It's all good, but you make the time after the month after. You make the time the month after. It's a collaboration, it's a partnership. So sometimes I give to companies even more than 10 hours, but sometimes I give companies 2 hours. But the time that I give 2 hours, then I give like so much more in that month in many other activities. And then being an advisor requires to make an impact. It's very important. Like, I don't believe in advisor just to be on a deck. I don't want to be on a deck. I want to make an impact. I want to see the company growing. I want to see the company shifting. So be creative, come up with solutions, and act as you are your co-founder, their co-founder. So I'm your co-founder. I'm an advisor, but I'm acting as a co-founder. Let's look into the business model. Let's look into the opportunities. Let's look, how can we sell this? How can we build this? How can we raise money? It's really important that the advisor believes in the idea and really puts the whole impact in these 5 hours, 3 hours, whatever. You have to be the best there, because these guys expect that you're going to help them. So you have to give back. And then don't expect an investment from an advisor if she wants, okay. So if you want to be an advisor, so sorry, I think here I put an advisor. So I mean, what I was saying here, maybe like I rephrase it like in a wrong way. What I would say is, sometimes it's also like important what I said before. So give your time, but also like, don't promise that it's an investment or something if you're gonna do it. And as well, don't promise that you can find fundraising for the founders, because founders are craving fundraising, and the advisor maybe has some connection, but don't promise that you're going to help them to fundraise. It's very important. Just say, I'm going to put you in touch with everyone, but I don't know if I'm going to really like make a fundraising out of that. It's your responsibility, but I will do my best. And that's it, guys. So this is my advice for advisor for founders. But thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. And please, send me an email or any questions. I'm here.